It looks so smooth on camera. It's really the product of thousands of man and woman hours of labor.
Right, and to think it all started out with just a simple idea.
To make the most spectacular 3D science fiction fairy tale musical singing, dancing extravaganza.
Don't worry, Harvey. Whoa!
Because you can't. We don't improvise in space.
You guys, we gotta find that home and beacon.
Okay, cut. Good. Very good, Michael. One last one. We got it. Mark that one as the first part of it. Good. Yeah. Now I want to do.
The characters created for Captain EO are like a contemporary version of the Wizard of Oz.
Okay, let him go.
Hooter is a happy-go-lucky kind of character, traveling around in his undershirt. He's a lovable soul, kind of rough around the edges, but well-meaning.
Fuzzball is always whispering information to Captain EO. He's the intelligence gatherer.
Farm!
Major Domo is a kind of seedy but very wise old pirate robot. And Minor Domo sometimes rides around on his back like a papoose.
What are you going to say about Drake? Cut.
Then there are the geeks. One body, two heads, two personalities, always at odds with each other, even when they're flying the spaceship.
And of course, the leader himself, Captain EO.
Fuzzball flies out. He comes out. Michael comes out. Fuzzball looks around, comes back, goes to Michael, tells Michael to go on. Keep moving. They push Hooter out. He's chicken.
He's chicken. Hey, wait, Jeff. You're gonna get us caught. Why are you doing this?
Try even a whisper on that one. What are you doing? You know, you think it's funny, though. I mean, he sneezes right in the middle of the mission.
Hooter, listen, put it back and let's go.
Bombs are exploding all around you.
I'm overheated. See this fist?
And 2, 3. Same pose on your nice focus on it again.
6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2.
It feels about 1/3 too long to me. Before
Well, we'll see how it works itself out. Also, I think that we still have the flexibility afterwards, editing it down and,
that's true.
and speeding it up.
1, 2, bum, bum.
No, wait. I want you to be bigger. When you say, hey, I saw the place, step right out and go back. And when you go to run, go sneak out like this.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The dancers are taught to do things with their bodies that seem very odd in rehearsal hall, but once it gets on film, it all makes sense.
Wow.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Though this film has its serious side, and filmmaking is a serious business, there are always moments when the only proper response is laughter. Please tell me something about the character that you play in Captain EO.
I play the supreme leader. Michael Jackson comes to my planet and transforms me ultimately. I'm a very evil, greedy, vain, horrible person.
Character
Till he
part.
sings to me. Character. It's nice in Captain EO because I get transformed, so I get to be a nice queen.
You get to end up on the good side. Well, I did a show a long time ago called Man from Atlantis, and I thought I spent a lot of time in makeup because I spent about 2 hours. You went through a great deal more for this, didn't you?
Oh, yes, about 5 to 7. 5 on a good day. And then I was suspended from the spider's web. So by the time I got to actually go on camera, I was extremely even.
You're working with a hero of so many young people in this country now and around the world, Michael Jackson. Was that all right?
Oh, it's wonderful. He's terrific. He's so adorable.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrick. Pleasure. Thank you.
Situation. I have one question. When something as special as this develops, how does it start? What's the first idea that gets something like this to develop?
an idea and then gathering a team of creative people who can take the idea and run with it.
Back to the cliff, and he lands in there.
The idea is always modified along the way, and soon it begins to take on a form and a shape of its own. George would give his input, we'd discuss it, talk about it, argue about it, and eventually reserve judgment until we had something tangible to look at. I'd look over his shoulder and he'd look over mine. And once we agreed on something, the craftsmen on our team would swing into action. The carpenters, the masons, the decorators, and fabricators would also add their skills. The choreographer did too, as well as the musicians, the wardrobe and costume people, the painters and electricians. What are you telling me? Really takes your rag. Really takes your... Dancers, those hard-working and often underrated group of professionals, would start building their routines, first to counts and then to music. Always fighting the clock, work is intensified even more as the shooting deadline approaches. Then the rehearsal is over, and now it's for real. New demands, new craftsmen adding their talents, coordinating their efforts with those of the other artists to achieve that something unique called Captain EO. And that's the spirit in which the thing is put together.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Let me see this gift.
Not only see, Your Highness, but hear.